Coliseum, even with a winter storm bearing down on the state of North Carolina, they were not going to miss this Friday night duel. Eddie Ventresca, the two-time All-American, the redshirt senior from Roxbury, New Jersey, the defending champion, Vince Robinson, North Carolina State. This will be the fourth meeting between these two. Ventresca 3-0 against the champion. Robinson has yet to get a takedown on Ventresca. In the previous three meetings, ironically, all three matches 4-1 scores.
Vinny said he's got to get to more motion, fakes in and out. And Ventresca is just going to hold position, and when you see the fake, watch the down block action of Ventresca. Just like that. A fake shot, immediately Ventresca goes down to block any of the offense that Robinson may have.
Both wrestlers circling near the edge. Robinson on the season, ranked 5th in the country, 10-2 this year. Took a loss in ACC action, losing to Nick Provo of Stanford 4-1, but he bounced back last week, an emotional win over Kyson Tarantino of North Carolina 4-2.
Good head motion there by Robinson. You saw right club there by Ventresca, and Robinson kind of just rolled his head.
Very similar start here in the opening 60 to 90 seconds from the previous three meetings with these two wrestlers. They met earlier this year at the national duels in Oklahoma. Ventresca coming out on top 4-1.
Ventresca likes to attack his opponent's left leg. Oftentimes with a sweep single or sometimes with a high C.
Depth of this weight in this conference. Ventresca knocked off Robinson for the ACC title. Then Robinson puts together the run to bring North Carolina State a national championship a year ago. Inside a minute, no score.
You start to wonder in these situations when these guys have wrestled, but it's always Ventresca's, having the 3-0 lead. You start to think about it as Ventresca just feel like, look, I know I'm going to get this. I wanted it scrambled. I wanted it clean takedowns. No really committed attack yet.
No, not one. Both wrestlers very cautious in this opening period. That was something Vince Robinson told us on the call earlier this week. He said, I feel like I'm going to be more offensive in this match with Ventresca. Calculated, but more offensive, and let it fly a little bit more. But so far, both wrestlers with the respect of the opposite corner, and Ventresca has had the edge not too often, like you talked about in the opening. National champion, winless against a competitor in the conference, but that's the situation here. Ventresca has been able to calculate and get the one takedown, and then his defense has rode him to victory in the previous three matchups.
You said it, Sean. He's calculating. He's not going to give extra emotions or give too much opportunity for not just Robinson, but for any wrestler. And this is where Eddie wants to be. Wants to be in a position where his hands on Robinson, and then he may club and then attack the left leg of Robinson.
Ventresca had a special moment earlier this year, competing in the All-Star Classic, which was held right down the road from his childhood home, the Rutgers Jersey Mike Arena. Had all his family in town, number of family and friends as he competed.
Offense, man, offense!
You sense in Reynolds, they're a little nervous. They want something to pop. They know the score. They know that Ventresca's had the 3-0 over Robinson.
And a stall on Ventresca as Robinson really taking the match's first shot.
Sure did. And you saw, well, you may not have saw, but Coach Roby kind of nodded his head like, yeah, I mean, yes, you got to keep circling to the center.
I was about to say green anyway.
Quick escape by Ventresca. That has been it so far, approaching the halfway point in this second period. Continuous motion by Robinson, circling in the center, more of a base stationary approach from Eddie Ventresca. Drops down to one knee.
Improve that offense. Improve.
Robinson shoots anyway. Ventresca elevates him back up. 45 seconds.
Robinson can't shoot like that because if he keeps shooting like that from a distance, Eddie Ventresca is going to hit a re-attack. It's interesting as you looking at the sides and looking at the teams, they all kind of know it's very much a chess match between these two. Just a small margin of an error when you have two All-Americans like this.
You talk about a 180, you could hear a pin drop right now in Reynolds Coliseum. The tension is so thick.
They all know it's just a one takedown difference between these two.
Period, a jam-packed Reynolds Coliseum, one of the best environments in the country for wrestling as Robinson goes down underneath.
Eddie Ventresca is a good top wrestler, but he also has a stall call against him.
Quick stand up by Robinson, ripping at the hands, and just like Ventresca, he is arose quickly. So no surprise, we've been down this road before, tied at 1.
The difference is Eddie does have a stall call against him.
Collar tie here by Ventresca.
They're both very calm. You don't notice any nervous motion. These guys have been in this situation many times, not just between each other, but just wrestling for the many years that they have been wrestling.
Jay Cox, our referee, wants both wrestlers to restart in the center. Minute 18, tied at 1. Riding time not a factor.
Something's about to happen.
Change of level by Robinson. Ventresca steers it away. Now he tries to come around to the side.
There it is.
Straight on shot.
That's what we're talking about. You see they know each other. So when both guys were on the knees, they got up slowly because if they stood up too fast, just like Eddie got in for that double. Smart IQs here.
Both wrestlers dropping simultaneously down to a knee, right back up to the feet. Robinson trying to reach and find any type of limb.
Now, you see that Robinson is moving, but his hasn't committed. He's kind of changed levels, kind of reached, but he hasn't really taken a penetrating shot.
And we will have a blood timeout, some blood with Robinson. They will work on him. In the meantime, Ventresca gets a chance to go over and talk to Coach Tonelli, and you fear the beard when you head to Blacksburg with these two.
I wish I had a beard.
Hey. She got it, man.
Let's talk about tactics here. It's 28 seconds left in the third period. Do you want to just say let's have an agreement that we're going to overtime, or are we going to kind of just have a nice explosion for his last 28 seconds? Eddie has won his prior matches in similar fashion towards the end of the matches and even in overtime. Just trying to see if Robinson's going to commit. He's moving, he's changing levels, he's reaching, but nothing yet. Here we go, 28 seconds left.
Both wrestlers should be fresh after the blood timeout. Robinson getting his thoughts together, the strategy that they came up with, and how to finish this third period.
All right, here we go.
It's like the national semifinals with these two guys.
25 seconds to decide it. If nothing happens, we move into sudden victory. First weight of the night in what is anticipated to be tight back and forth. One of the swing weights right here at 125. You know, Rocky, we're talking, well, what would they decide? Almost that gentleman's agreement. Do we take the shot or do we go into sudden victory? Well, it's going to be option B.
Yeah, they were just posing right there.
Here we go.
Hope someone got a good picture of that. Here we go. overtime. First points to score wins. It doesn't matter how the points come. First point scores, and this match is over.
What a year it was for Ventresca. Coming back from his red shirt last year, earned the All-American, but he felt he left some matches up on the table at Nationals. 5th place finish a year ago. 2-time All-American, placed 7th in 23, red-shirted in 24. Back at it last year. 6th year, still has one more year of eligibility. Has the wrist control, working off a possible snap there behind the collar. Taking ground as Robinson backs his way near the edge.
Remember, Ventresca has a stall. He wants to kind of shoot Robinson out here. And wisely, Robinson circles back to the middle. One minute in this first sudden victory. And we just had that one kind of a good shot by Ventresca with the double, but nothing really committed yet.
Saw the soft shot near the edge in the second by Robinson. The stall call issued early in this match by Jay Cox to Eddie Ventresca. 40 seconds. Sudden victory. First one to score will win it. And a pivotal way to kick off tonight's duel.
See how Eddie's holding on the head. Ventresca kind of holding the head, trying to wear down Robinson. These guys need to close the gap. Close the gap and get closer. You see head-to-head now, you have a better time to get to the legs. When you shoot it from such far distance, it's hard to get through.
Final moments. Last chance for either wrestler to try to generate a little late magic. They will not. So now riding time becomes a factor. We move into the tiebreakers. 2 30-second tiebreakers.
Got to wrestle through.
Green bottom.
So Ventresca says, I'll take bottom. For the next 30 seconds, Robinson's goal is to keep Ventresca down as long as possible. And obviously, Ventresca wants to score as quickly as possible because riding time does make a difference.
Keep in mind, both wrestlers had no trouble. They were out in a matter of seconds earlier in this match.
The difference now is that Ventresca has a stall.
All right, here we go. All right, you're good. Red.
Officials getting the clock situated. 30 seconds put up onto the big board. Look of determination underneath. Quick stand up by Ventresca. Better job here by Robinson staying with him. They'll bring him down briefly. Ventresca trying to separate those hips, and he is away. So Ventresca with the point. Again, the time is the key as far as the riding time goes. 10 seconds that Robinson was able to keep him down, and he'll have a chance to top that as an additional 30 seconds gets put up onto the board.
Now,
or do you go neutral in this situation?
At this point, Robinson has, again, he has to... Yep, Robinson wants to get to a position where he wants to get out as quickly as possible. Now, he also knows that Ventresca has a stall call against him, so Eddie Ventresca has to continue to work up.
This crowd sensing what's at stake, and a caution as like one of the wrestlers was a little too quick off the whistle.
Go back to 10.
And you saw what Ventresca was trying to do as he chopped the arm there of Robinson.
Caution, green.
Now watch how Ventresca gets on there. He's putting his hand at the break of the elbow, not behind the elbow. If the referee's not going to call it, you take that advantage. Watch his right arm. He cuffs it as opposed to being behind the elbow. Just watch that.
In essence, it's a restart with the caution.
Watch that right hand of Ventresca. Is he going to cuff it? He was behind this time.
Went to a quick double thigh pry into a stand-up. Good mat return by Ventresca. Has Robinson flattened out. Quick sit-up. Now a stand. Ventresca sticks to him like glue as the two wrestlers go near the edge.
It's 0. So now, all Ventresca has to do is try to keep him down for the whole period. But Ventresca now has a net 0 with riding time.
Eddie Ventresca trying to knock off the defending national champion. Has a firm grip. He will bring Robinson down. Robinson right back up. And finally he is away. And we are tied at 2. 6 seconds to go. Robinson bringing everything he has. Ventresca backing out of there. Now a reshot. And the tiebreaker comes to an end.
Once again, Eddie Ventresca, ice in his veins.
Riding time, the difference, and for the 4th time, Eddie Ventresca has the Vince Robinson puzzle figured out. Your winner by criteria, and away from Blacksburg and the fans that made the journey, showing their appreciation.